Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pro Wrestle Zone podcast. As always, Dan and DVDFreak here, alongside with me, my Pro Wrestle Zone colleague, the DVD Freak, and our special guest, returning to the channel, Mark Boy 316. Guys, how are you?
Oh, it's going. Tired. Fucking had a rough night last night, but hey, we're as you can see, I learned my lesson.
We're still here. He's keeping it light today, ladies and gentlemen. So
Yeah.
put it that way. But for all you guys who are here, this is another episode of Collector's Corner. Unfortunately, Rick had to sit this one out. Our head guy, our chief of operations, gets a little exhausted at times too. So it's nice for him to get a break. But hopefully, we get to see him in the next episode. So, guys, any pickups that you would like to share?
Okay, I have one. I mean, this is from a few days ago, but I finished the Attitude Collection. So
Okay.
that's kind of it in terms of WWE and WWF DVDs. Like, I kind of have them all now. Maybe
Now,
what?
when it came to these like these 2002 releases, obviously these were like the DVDs that were transferred over from VHS.
Yes. Yep. And yeah, these were difficult to get, especially at a good price. But I got them. Videos will be arriving whenever the fuck I decide to film them.
Hey, there we go. All right, so figured I share a couple of things with you guys. Um, just within the duration of weeks of just building up, and then just the fact of us not doing an episode of Collector's Corner, and I don't know how long. I think the last episode we did, I think Mark Boy was on the last episode.
Yeah.
So it's definitely been a long time. So I figured I'd share the DVD that I finally got today from the DVD Freak himself, and that is Undertaker. This is my yard. Very satisfied. Only thing I didn't really check out the case yet, but there's like a big black mark
Oh,
right
what the
here, so
fuck?
it looks like the guy scribbled on it. But the disc is in good shape. I haven't tested it out yet, but last time I seen this, I had this on VHS about I'll say about like 5 years back, maybe 6 years back, and that was probably like the one and only time I actually saw this. And I had gotten it brand new sealed on VHS for about $10. So it's definitely not a bad not a bad price. Hold on, I think I forgot one. Oh, where did it go? Oh, there it is. Hold on one second.
Should we sing a song while he's gone?
No. I'm good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Canada.
Oh, all right, we're good. All right, so as I was talking about the Undertaker, this is my yard DVD. I forgot to bring out this one, which is also another DVD that I picked up this week. Is Tombstone, History of the Undertaker, probably the most highly requested WWE DVD in regards to Undertaker's lineage, I guess you would say, when it comes to just looking up career history, matches, things stacked. Literally, you have stacked discs, which is something
no insert?
No insert.
Oh,
But
no.
you know what? When I got it brand new, it's like I should have been a little bit more thorough with it, because when I got it, it looked like it was resealed or re-shrink wrap at least, but still in great shape. It's in great shape, so I can't deny it. I mean, maybe if I do end up getting a backup copy, I'll be sure to get a sealed copy. But yeah. Looking forward to the last ride. That's coming out from the WWE Network. DVD Freak, I know you pre-ordered yours. Mark Boy, did you pre-order yours?
Oh, the collector's edition.
Yeah. I'll be getting mine at the Walmart exclusive when it comes out early in Walmart. I'll be getting that one.
Did you didn't get the collector's edition with the autograph and everything?
I should have. I should have, but I already. I'm expecting to get the Walmart one though.
Okay. Yeah, just because I am who I am, I'll get the Walmart edition as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the same route I'll be going. But then again, for an Undertaker DVD or an Undertaker autograph, I should say, that's probably the
that's true.
cheapest you'll probably find an Undertaker autograph,
Yeah.
especially in this day and age. All right, so
Might have to do that.
again with the Undertaker subject, I also got this Blu-ray. For some reason, this Blu-ray's going for around $5-10, brand new sealed, and I'm not sure if it's just the Canadian edition. But I got Hell in a Cell 2010, which I'm not big on collecting pay-per-view Blu-rays unless they're Mania, which is the only time I will collect a Blu-ray is if it's WrestleMania. But I've happened to collect a few Blu-rays recently when it comes to like compilations and other events. But this does have, exclusive bonus content with let's see, the September 27th, 2010 episode of Raw featuring Randy Orton versus Chris Jericho. You had Dashing Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre versus the Hart Dynasty. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. And you had Daniel Bryan and John Morrison taking on The Miz and Alex Riley, another name I haven't heard in so long. You have Edge takes out the anonymous GM. I guess it was like that monitor or computer. I think that's the episode where Edge destroys it.
Fun fact: do you know who voiced the computer monitor?
Yes.
Was it?
Hornswoggle didn't voice it. No.
No.
Was it Vince?
No.
No.
It was. Do you want me to keep guessing?
I want to say Bruce Pritchard, but I don't think he was around at that time.
Brian Gewirtz.
That sounds familiar.
The writer for WWE. He was there. He's doing stuff with The Rock now. But yeah, Brian Gewirtz. That was one of his only roles, like on screen, technically on screen. But
wow. But with this Blu-ray, I believe this was a Best Buy exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. So I know a lot of these events were like Best Buy exclusives when they came out on Blu-ray. But that's something I'm going to have to do further investigation on. But continuing on with Blu-rays, events that the Pro Wrestle Zone podcast has been covering these past 2 weeks. 3 weeks, actually, as we just concluded our episode yesterday with Clash of the Champions 18. You guys probably know where I'm going with this, but this is the Best of WCW Clash of the Champions. This is the Blu-ray edition with the slipcover, so that's pretty fucking cool. And this does come with Blu-ray extras. So you have Ric Flair, Barry Windham taking on the Midnight Express. You have Sting and Ricky the Dragon versus Rick Rude and Steve Austin, which was the main event for last night's Clash of the Champions, or 18. And then you had Dustin Rhodes and Sting taking on Big Van Vader, Paul Orndorff, and Barry Windham. And, of course, some other essential classics on here. So you had, like, Eddie versus Chris Jericho from Clash of the Champions 35. You had the I Quit match with Ric Flair and Terry Funk. And, of course, you had the first ever Clash of the Champions with the NWA World Heavyweight title on the line. Ric Flair taking on Sting. And the final Blu-ray I have here is, I'm not sure if this is a Best Buy exclusive either, but this is a 2-disc set, and this is Royal Rumble 2010. And with this one, this includes the special.
It's literally laying right beside me.
Oh, there you go. So this does include footage from Raw and SmackDown, and it has special features from Monday Night Raw from February 1st, 2010, with Bret the Hitman Hart confronting Mr. McMahon. Talking about, it was practically 13 years after the screw job, and this was probably one of the most anticipating moments, I would say. Bret Hart finally returning to television back in January, and then basically kind of rekindling things with an organization despite not still being on best terms. Fun fact: I know when the Best There Is, Best There Was, Best There Ever Will Be DVD was coming out, it was actually supposed to be similar to the Ultimate Warrior DVD, the Self Destruction of the Ultimate Warrior, where
Yep.
people were supposed to rib on him and shit on him, and I think it was going to be called Screwed or Screw Job.
It was screwed! !
Screwed. Sounds something of Vince McMahon's caliber. But you know what? I think it finally came down to Bret Hart settling things and said, "Hey, I'd like to be part of this documentary," which was still weird because he still wasn't on the best of terms with WWE. Like, he did the documentary, and then he was involved in the 2006 Hall of Fame. He was at the ceremony, but he wasn't there the night of WrestleMania. So tensions were still in the air, but everything wasn't clear in the water, we should say. All right. Next set of DVDs that I have here are non-WWE DVDs. These were DVDs that I picked up probably a week ago or so, and I did present these on the channel, but I figured I'd give a recap here. And these are from High Spots, but I got a couple good compilation sets here. I have Bam Bam Bigelow in Japan. This is right around the time that he just left WWE, so we're talking about late 88 going into early 90s. So we had like Bam Bam versus Bam Bam. Wow, I was going to say the same name. Bigelow, we had taken on Big Van Vader, Antonio Inoki. We had a couple matches with like Bigelow and Vader teaming up. Tatsumi Fujinami. So a lot of good stuff on here. Not sure how good the quality of video it is, but coming from High Spots, they never disappoint. And then the next two DVDs come from probably one of the best technical Mexican wrestlers of all time. And of course, he was a part of the big SmackDown 6 back in the early 2000s, and that's Eddie Guerrero. The first one we have here is the best of Eddie Guerrero in Japan. This was right around the time I think he was portraying the Black Tiger mask. So we have a couple matches on here from like early 90s into like 96, like Dean Malenko, Taka Michinoku, many Benoit matches. As you know, those two were the best of friends. Jushin Liger, the great Sasuke, and numerous others. And this is a 2-disc set. Not the best artwork, but you tend to tolerate it at a certain age. I think that's the one thing about DVD collecting. When you start off as a wrestling DVD collector, obviously you look at the big leagues. You look at WWE, like, oh, WWE has the best productions, the best documentaries, pay-per-views, etc. And then obviously, as we expand our minds and start to realize, the real in-depth world of professional wrestling, we start to expand. So obviously we look for other promotions. We look for miscellaneous things, especially when it comes to like DVDs and compilation sets like the ones I just showed you. Yeah, and that's probably what makes our DVD collection so huge nowadays, because it's like you start off with WWE, and then 10 years later, like a good span of like 5-10 years later, everything just becomes global on your bookshelf. So that's one thing I've learned at a certain age. A lot of people are still developing. But I say when it comes to like DVDs and like recommendations, definitely check out like early Ring of Honor stuff, especially if you have guys like CM Punk, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, just like the early incarnations of like Ring of Honor and just what they were capable of doing to get themselves on that next level of being, I guess you would say, like a top indie promotion that was somewhat televised, I guess you would say. Because, I mean, it was heard worldwide, but it wasn't like one of those things that would broadcast on a daily basis. I mean, they had their pay-per-views and, good set of compilations and shoot interviews as well. And the last DVD I'm going to show here before passing it over to one of you fine gentlemen is another Eddie Guerrero set. And this is a special collection edition of Eddie Guerrero 2002 tour in Japan. This was right before, I believe this was right before he came back to WWE. I know there were some commitments that he was obligated to fulfilling while he was still in WWE. I know he made like a Ring of Honor appearance. He tag teamed with Amazing Red against, I think the tag team was called Special K. Don't ask me what Special K is all about. I know Jay Lethal was a part of that group. Just sounds like a big brand of breakfast in a bowl in a way.
Well, Special K is a drug reference. So, yeah, that's a name for a cat tranquilizer. It's called a Special K.
I think I'll just stick with my Kellogg's, Special K cereal.
Good deal.
Anyway, just to keep the PG on the light side. So going back to this DVD, I think this was like right around the time Eddie Guerrero was in WWE / finishing some obligations that, he already had set before returning to the company. So we had some matches with him as Black Tiger, a couple more Juice and Thunder Liger matches, a couple elimination matches on here too, and then we also had some Eddie Guerrero segments. So this was like right around March. Actually, this is throughout the whole month of March, actually, and this is a runtime of 2 hours. I still haven't checked this out, but I think that's something I'm going to have to invest in tonight. So, Mark Boy, what do you have for us, my friend?
Yes, sir. I just recently got from Pro Wrestling Ultimate Insiders doing time with New Jack, and it has the Vic Grimes scaffold match when he chucks Vic Grimes off the scaffold from XPW. It's got him and the Messiah, him and other matches. It's got 5 matches. It's a 3-hour sit-down interview, and it's to this set with the tray. But yeah, I figured I'd pick up New Jack. Always liked New Jack. It was crazy, his brawls, and the music kept playing and beating the crap out of everybody, and yeah, it was awesome. And he talks about the mass transit and all that stuff, and oh my god, like, good interview. Highly recommend you get that if you can find it. It's cheap on eBay.
And you know what? I find it so funny because back in ECW, when that incident went down between New Jack and Vic Grimes, where basically Vic Grimes, sat on his face. Obviously we heard about the injuries that were sustained for New Jack. Obviously he went blind. He got a little bit of brain damage. He was probably still doing coke at that time, so no surprise there. And I think he had a broken leg as well. I mean, I think that was one of the injuries he sustained, but we never really got a chance to hear like, hey, Vic Grimes, what kind of injuries did you receive when, New Jack freaking tossed you off the top of that scaffold, But, oh boy. But what else do we got here, Mark?
New Jack quoted on saying that he wished that Vic Grimes would have missed the tables completely.
Well, I know he admitted that he tried to kill him. Like that was like he was just going to straight up murder the fucker. So
yeah,
right. I know during the duration of the match, I think New Jack was using like a taser too, basically just like tasing the shit out of him before throwing him off, so that way he wasn't able to feel anything at all. Which, I mean, I guess that was like his way of shooting his Novocaine. Like, here, you won't feel anything at all. Let me just throw you off. Woof, there you go. But
have either of you ever been tased?
No. I haven't. I mean, maybe a little static in the fingers, but other than that, nothing like body wise.
Yeah, I got tased once. It's actually not. I don't know. I think I'd rather get thrown off the scaffold than be tased again. To be honest.
A little tingly, huh? But
Yeah.
Art boy, what else do we have, my friend?
Yes. Next one I got is I already have the Blu-ray of this, but it's the FYE. I think it's Suncoast also exclusive CM Punk with the wristbands. You can get the wristbands with it. Like you get that.
I have the sealed edition of that.
Sealed edition of that.
I have the sealed one. Someone sent me.
Yeah, figure to get that. And of course, I got the classic 2 horror show. Ooh, wow. And the main event. So I got that one. Too bad this is only 12 matches. That's too bad for 2 discs. Come on, they could have put a lot more matches than that.
Oh yeah.
And,
I didn't.
And some Raw and SmackDown matches.
Yeah, I guess I'll show that one too. Yeah, yippee! Here it is. Cool. We got SummerSlam tomorrow. Can't wait for that. Man.
Well, don't expect me to buy that DVD because that's definitely one DVD I'm not looking forward to buying. I mean, I already got SummerSlam coming in, but I don't know. Best matches of the decade. It's pointless. You know, we're talking about matches that were already recycled, that were already used on other compilation sets and like pay-per-view Blu-rays and stuff like that. So that's kind of pointless. But Art Boy, since you brought up CM Punk, I actually have 2 CM Punk DVDs or CM Punk related DVDs right here with me. These are both Ring of Honor DVDs.
Oh, I know which ones you're talking about.
So
I think so. Me too.
First one I have here is actually his final Ring of Honor show, which is Punk, the final chapter. Didn't get a chance to see the show yet. I'm sorry?
Coming in the mail next week.
Yeah. But let me just give a rundown of the match card here. Let me show you the disc artwork. So this is the colored disc artwork inside. And a thing me and DVD Freak did a rant about is like these little latches here that holds the DVD.
Yes.
Makes no fucking sense. But doesn't cause any scratching, doesn't, cause any like damage to the DVD, but I just kind of find it weird where it's like, okay, could just like press down on the button and just take the DVD out. I'm pretty sure it's a lot more secured in that way. But going through the match card here, we had a 4-corner survival match with Matt Sydal, Delirious, Alex Shelley, and Nigel McGuinness. We had Chad Collar versus Ace Steel, Austin Aries versus Jimmy Rave, Samoa Joe and Jay Lethal taking on Low Key and Homicide. Ring of Honor tag team titles, BJ Whitmer and Jimmy Jacobs taking on James Gibson and Spanky. Matt Hardy versus Roderick Strong. And then we had a 2 out of 3 falls match, CM Punk versus Colt Cabana. So this is definitely one I still have to watch in its entirety. Telling you, CM Punk was on fire at that time. So I think he had like the best run out of anybody who came out of Ring of Honor, I would say. I mean, maybe with the exceptions of maybe like AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. I think CM Punk probably had the best run.
Danielson.
And Danielson, yes.
Yeah.
I would definitely prefer those 2 out of anybody else, honestly. And then this DVD, it's a pretty rare one to find. eBay wise, people sell this at about maybe like $70. And sometimes you can find it a little bit lower, which in my case, I was the lucky one to find it at a very reasonable price of $30, brand new sealed. And that is The Summer of Punk. Probably one of the most popular compilation sets from Ring of Honor. And it just goes over his whole tour of 2005 before signing with WWE. So disc 1, you had CM Punk versus Austin Aries for the world title. CM Punk versus Jay Lethal CM Punk, Roderick Strong, you have James Gibson, Christopher Daniels. You have a four-way elimination match with Samoa Joe, James Gibson, and Christopher Daniels. And then the last one is the main event from the final chapter with CM Punk and Colt Cabana, 2 out of 3 falls match. I'm going to open this up here, and it is a 2-disc set. So
At least you have the tray.
Yes. When I ordered the final chapter, I tried to get that one, but they wouldn't ship it to Canada, which is a pain in the ass.
I tell you, I wish some DVDs were just region free, especially if you have like events coming up, like what is it, Payback coming up, that's only going to be exclusive to the UK. It's like, why not just make it region free? I'm pretty sure it makes it a lot more easier, but for reasons we'll never know. That's something that really pissed me off back in the day too, when they did relaunch the brand split in 2016. You had Backlash, No Mercy. You had all these exclusive SmackDown pay-per-views not to be heard or seen on DVD unless you get them customized like the DVD Freak did, which is that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But I always thought Backlash were always like the better B shows. Outside of the Big Four,
I do have
Backlash for the first time.
Yeah.
Last Ring of Honor DVD I have here is a shoot interview. A lot of these shoot interviews are somewhat pricey and pretty hard to come by. The gentleman who sold me this actually sent me an email of all the available listings that he had available for sale. And he was like, hey, if you ever want any of these DVDs, message me. We can rearrange a price and, just go from there. Got this DVD. I want to say he wanted, oh boy, it's been a while since I've gotten this. I think he wanted 20 for this DVD, and I talked him down to 15, and he was like, all right, deal. Now, how this interview goes, I have no idea. I'm not sure if this guy needs or has a translator, but one of my favorite Japanese superstars of all time, Straight Shoot series with Jushin Thunder Liger. So just really go into depth with his career, starting from the beginning all the way to where he was currently at this time, where around this time in 2004, 2005, he was really going globally, between Japan, TNA, Ring of Honor. Guy was everywhere. And the fact that he had an outstanding career that spanned almost 30 years, 40 years almost, probably one of the greatest Japanese superstars of all time, in my biased opinion. This guy invented the shooting star press, so what more can you ask for? Mark Boy, what else do we have, my friend?
I do have the fan edition of Rey Mysterio.
I wanted that so bad.
I got it the day it came out.
Nice.
I was so excited for that one.
Yeah, to follow that up, of course, the John Cena one.
I can't see him.
Yeah, I can't see him. Yeah. And of course, Shawn Michaels one, of course. There he is.
Surprisingly, I do not own any Shawn Michaels DVDs in my collection yet.
Wow.
First, when I was first starting DVD collecting, I wasn't as serious with it at the time as I am now that I have a YouTube channel, and I'm happy to share all of these experiences with my friends here. I remember growing up, I remember there was one Christmas, my mother, she had bought me the Boyhood Dream. It was like a compilation set that came out at the time. It was all Shawn Michaels matches from the 90s, which that's how I discovered I believe that contains the Michaels Mankind match from Mind Games, which is probably one of my favorite Shawn Michaels matches. But yeah, that was like my first earliest memories of like DVD collecting. slash VHSs, which VHSs were still around at my time as they were going obsolete in 2005.
Yep.
So I remember picking up like Vengeance 2001. I had a VHS called Chris Jericho Break Down the Walls, which surprisingly, a lot of these sets that were released on VHS, I guess, were VHS exclusives because why they never brought them out on DVD, I'll never know. And I remember that one footage where Jericho, he was showing glimpses of Fozzy, but he wouldn't admit that he was the lead singer. He went by this other moniker called Mongoose McQueen, and he was all like, "Oh, people really think I'm Chris Jericho? No, I don't know what they're talking about." But obviously, when you seen him on stage, it's like, I was so convinced that as an 8-year-old, like, oh, that's not Jericho. This dude literally has a twin. Nope. Like, I just thought it was so bullshit. And then, he had like these certain type of interviews where, I guess at that time he was living in Tampa, and he was actually next door's neighbors with Christian. And all you see is Christian watering his flowers, and he's like, "Oh, hey, we're shooting for home video. Oh, hey, what's up, guys?" Man, I wish I had a VHS player because if I had that video, I would definitely send it to you guys. And just funny shit, like early incarnations of like WWF VHSs around that time. Just corny cheeseball stuff. Last two DVDs here before I move on to the autographs and 8x10s that I've collected these past 2 weeks. These are the last two DVDs. Both of them are Judgment Day DVDs, which one I am very humbled that the DVD Freak that sent me this DVD. This is not the American case. This is the UK case, but it has the American disc in here. So it's partially rare, not so rare, but looking at this is like something I don't have to go on Google for anymore just to see what the hell the cover and the back looks like. But we have Judgment Day 2002, which this was right around the time, like WWE was really recycling Undertaker's face on all these photos.
Yeah.
I think he was like 3 or 4 pay-per-views in a row for posters and DVDs. I'm like, what the hell, dude? I mean, I understand he was probably like the most popular, like one of the most popular heels at that time amongst like Triple H, but sheesh, like, you gotta be a little bit more creative, huh? But we have Judgment Day 2002, which has judge, jury, and executioner. And what's different from the American case says the year 2002 right here on the bottom, which is something you don't see on the American case. And it also says it right here on the spine. Ignore the 18 right there. And then something that I also find cool is this insert that they have. Now, I'm not sure. I mean, obviously the UK is different from the US, but I'm pretty sure the UK had a lot of re-releases at this time because it has this insert and it shows all the PlayStation 2 games, GameCube games that were out at the time. Some of the DVDs that were released, so like the Bret Hart DVD, a lot of 2005 pay-per-views, the WrestleMania box set, which I would not recommend buying on WWE.com at that time because where's the box set?
Yeah, fucking assholes.
And then also when PSP was also doing like these little videos as well. Had like the best of Undertaker, Chris Benoit, Bret Hart, Ultimate Warrior. So very cool artifact here. And obviously these were all Silvervision exclusives as these were not re-releases you were able to get in the US. So how unfortunate, because I really love my my biscuits and tea. Because and the last DVD I have here, which surprisingly I haven't opened yet for some reason. I have no idea why, but I have a couple DVDs that I have sealed. Why I haven't opened it, I don't know. But it was brand new. Probably that's the reason too. Is you don't find this DVD brand new anymore, sealed. Judgment Day 2004, which I do have sealed here. And for some of you guys who remember, this was the pay-per-view where Eddie Guerrero bled like a stuffed pig. Definitely hit the wrong artery. I'm not sure where. But good God, like how the hell he didn't pass out or faint or just die from the amount of blood that was poured out from his body.
Well, he went into shock, and then he had to stay out of the ring for 2 weeks after that. So he wasn't even cleared for 2 weeks, and you can't fail to mention the debut of Mordecai,
right? And
aka Kevin Thorne.
Yeah, Kevin Thorne. Yeah.
What a poor way of saying, hey, you want to see the light side of the Undertaker? Here's Mordecai.
Yeah.
White.
Who did he face?
But something that I do.
Wasn't it Scotty Too Hottie?
I think it.
Yeah, he faced Scotty Too
yeah.
Hottie. The second match on the card. I highly doubt that match was over 5 minutes. But something that I do like about this cover here, obviously you have the Undertaker symbol, and then you have the Undertaker's face in the back. This, believe it or not, this face of the Undertaker was from 1999. So how this resurfaced on a 2004 cover of a DVD, I don't know.
Well, I have a guess. This was right when he came back to his Deadman gimmick, so they probably didn't have a photo shoot ready yet. So they had to go with a stock photo of the Deadman character, or something that resembled it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not so much because this event was May 16th, 2004, and you figure when he came back at WrestleMania, that was March 14th. So
well, obviously they didn't have anything good, so.
No, but I still find it cool. I mean, if I ever had Undertaker sign a DVD of mine, I would probably recommend this DVD. I'm not sure why. I mean, maybe an Undertaker compilation set, maybe even Judgment Day, which would probably boost the value of the rareness of the DVD. But
I think I'd have him sign the coffin set.
I'm not. I don't have a problem with box sets. I like the Royal Rumble box set, the WrestleMania box set. It's kind of a love-hate relationship, but I do like the re-releases that they did with the covers, the DVD cases that they did from 1 through 15. Despite them fucking up the spine for 15 and literally inserting 12 on the spine of WrestleMania 15, which was like a big bummer.
I actually quite dislike those covers. I wish they would have used the poster artwork, the original poster artwork for the covers. I think they're just so goddamn lazy covers. They're just so awful. I hate them. But I think the spines look good
on your show. Yeah.
Yeah, spines look great.
But going back to the box sets, I did enjoy the Royal Rumble box set, despite how fragile it is and easy to break. WrestleMania box set, I could probably give two shits about. The one box set, not technically a box set, but the one set that I was very disappointed with was the volume sets for Survivor Series. They literally only came out with 2 sets, and then it was like they discontinued after that, and I'm not sure if that had anything to do with the logo change. Maybe they didn't want to censor the WWF logo at that time. I'm not sure, but I kind of found it lazy. And then another pet peeve I have about DVD casing is when you have nothing holding the DVD, but it slips out.
Oh, I love
you
that.
Literally have.
I love them.
Hate it.
I hate love it. Them.
I try to avoid those as best as I can, especially when it comes to Blu-ray sets too. One Blu-ray set in particular. Do any of you guys own the fucking Back to the Future Blu-ray collector's set?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It
Oh
comes
my
with
God.
directions on how to get your disc out.
It's
Yeah.
stupid. How do you why do you need directions for simple fucking math? Like, God forbid. Scott Steiner can probably fucking solve that. What the fuck? But
Why even take the time and money to print directions when you could have just used the original form? It wasn't broken. Don't fix what's not broken. Why are you creating this new pulley system to get your disc out? It's like, let's watch Back to the Future tonight. All right, I'll get the disc out a while. Like, motherfucker, it's like engineering. Like, oh my God.
you know, I don't get it. I don't know why. I mean, obviously that's something you're gonna have to ask Doc Brown about. Like, hey Doc, you invented this. Like, tell us how we get the fucking DVD out or the Blu-ray disc out, and just never pays off. You spend more time on trying to get the disc out, and then by the time you pop in the movie, you're like, oh, I don't even want to watch the shit anymore. It comes down to it. But
Yeah.
Mark, what else do we have?
Yes. Well, this is one I pulled out of my collection. Did you guys know that there's a Walmart edition of this one, by any chance?
I did. Yeah, I don't have it.
No, but it does come with a bonus disc, and it's a CD.
Yep.
And right there. And kind of cool because you can find it on eBay. It's has little stickers. It's Walmart exclusive, and it's comes with a bonus CD with 7 tracks. Yeah, like My Time, Dark Side for the Undertaker, If You Smell, Cool Cocky Bad, The Honky Tonk Man, Snake Pit, Jake Roberts. Like, pretty cool. I just picked it up on Walmart, on eBay, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
For something so plain and bland, that sure is pretty. I tell you. I mean,
love
something
it.
like that, I would definitely buy.
Well, speaking of, I feel like I should pull this out then. Not my dick, something else. It looked like I was going to pull my dick. All right. The WrestleMania 3 VHS.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
The Coliseum home video.
Yep.
I love this thing. You have the great tape label. Kind of this. It'll fucking come out. Love it.
Yep.
Well,
And even on the bottom.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Nice.
I mean, I wish I had that type of VHS, but since everybody's showing their version of WrestleMania 3, I guess I might as well show my version of WrestleMania 3. And this is from the Legacy box set collection that I've been reviewing on my channel. And this is WrestleMania 3, which literally all it is, they basically just take like the poster or promotional photo for that event, and they just basically crop it out around like this whole concrete boarding, which, I mean, it's kind of bland, but I mean, if you actually got the box set, it does come with like the table of content and just all the match cards, which I find cool. So for some of you guys, what was it?
I wish they would have used that poster artwork for the DVD releases.
Yep.
Without the border. I hate borders unless they're black
Right.
borders. Gray borders, fuck off. But it's just, I really wish they would have done that. So bad. I'm a sucker for poster artwork on a DVD.
Now, I'm not sure if any of you guys are familiar with this box set. Maybe you guys can answer this question for me. But when I first got this box set, I had gotten it used. I probably paid about maybe like $40 for it. And out of all the box sets I've seen, some came with WrestleMania 15 and some only came with 1 through 14. Why is that?
Might have been a re-release.
Re-release. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, like maybe the year later, they're like, oh, let's have a cash grab. So then they have to buy it again because now it'll be incomplete if you don't.
Yeah, but I do want to give a shout out here. Shout out to WWE's biggest fan, 1997. He actually just picked up this box set, and when I asked him, he actually got 1 through 15. So I'm like, oh, dude, please do a review of that because I definitely want to see, what was special about, including 15 in the re-release, despite, just re-releasing the whole box set again. Which is actually another DVD I just picked up that I should be receiving sometime this week. So I'm getting up there with my WrestleManias. I also just picked up 27, in which I'm a little bit pissed off, so I'm probably going to rant here. When I bought the set, it literally said Blu-ray set. Now, I was like, okay, for 10, 11 bucks, brand new, no problem. Click, bought, everything sealed and secured. All right, now I play the waiting game. Then I get a message yesterday from the seller. Oh, there was a little bit of miscommunication as mislabeled. I was like, mislabeled? And he literally said, oh, this is the DVD version, not the Blu-ray. Or it was the special, the collector's edition of WrestleMania 27 on DVD. And I'm just like, how the fuck do you mistake Blu-ray for DVD when it literally says Blu-ray on the fucking case? But
That's a what a retard moment right there.
So I talked to the guy. I still ended up taking the deal. I'm like, just send me the DVD. Probably end up picking up the Blu-ray at another time, which I did find a good price on it for about $5. I don't know. Maybe somewhere down the line, maybe I'll make that DVD a giveaway, or maybe I'll sell that DVD. But for it being a collector's edition, I might have to look into it just to see what's so special about it, because obviously that WrestleMania sucked.
I have the FYE dog tag one sealed. I think it's Blu-ray. No, maybe it's not. I don't know. It's in a tote over here somewhere. But yeah, I have the FYE exclusive one sealed. And I recently got in an eBay fight today, so I figured I'll tell this story. So this motherfucker, I can't wait to get this autograph. So I dropped an insane amount of money for this, like insane. So I'm like, all right, you better ship that thing ASAP for the amount I fucking paid for this thing. I got that, Thursday night or Thursday morning, like around midnight, when I texted you guys about it. He just shipped it this morning. And it didn't say that. So I messaged him like, hey, pal, where the fuck is the tracking information? I didn't say where the fuck just yet. I was nice. Yeah. I was cordial at first. This motherfucker, he's like, clearly you didn't read the description. I ship between 1 and 3 days. I'm like, first of all, it's been like 4 days, and you didn't say business days, asswipe. He's like, well, I put it in the Dropbox this morning. I was like, you put it in a random Dropbox? Like this, like it's better if this thing comes damaged or, well, it can't get smeared, but if it comes cracked, I am going to fucking flip out. I actually might lose it live on camera. So,
boy.
I was hoping to get it today so I could show it here, but yeah. And then JJ sent me something that I won't be unboxing, but he sent me that, and that was supposed to come today. That didn't come today. So yeah, I'm not having too good a deal with USPS here. But
yeah, you know what? That was a similar situation with Rick today. He was supposed to get my package Saturday, and then it said package arriving late. So I'm like, what the hell? But he ended up getting his package today, and which here on the Pro Wrestle Zone channel, Rick created this collage of saying Dan the Beast rules, and I really appreciate that, as I did send everybody a gift this past week, which DVD Freak will show right here.
Yeah, I got the Double J Jeff Jarrett.
Saw that.
That's one I really am proud to have in my collection. He's a very influential figure, so like I feel like this is a must-have. It's up there with like Paul Heyman autograph, which I have. Like it's kind of the same feeling for me, where you have such a historical figure that it's great to have an autograph card. And autograph cards are always great because they're always going to be real. You never have to question them. They're certified. And I think this is my first Leaf original wrestling card. I don't think I have any of these. So pretty cool.
You definitely got to invest in those, because I was looking at some of the autographs that they have there on eBay, and like some of them are just like unbelievable. Like they have like double autographs, autographs like the one I gave you with Jeff Jarrett. Who do they have? Like X-Pac, they have Mick Foley, Adam Bomb, Greg the Hammer Valentine. I think they have both members of Demolition, and they also have Demolition separate autographs too. So you can either get Axe or you can get Smash.
Well, that's like that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite tag teams. So that'd be awesome.
Yes, one of my great favorite tag teams too. Yeah.
Wow, everybody loves Demolition, huh?
Fuck.
I can't argue with that, since we're talking about Demolition here. I do have Axe and Smash here in my room, so I'm really starting to get the micro brawlers now. I definitely want to get more. There's an Eddie Guerrero one. That I want. I also got Brian Pillman Jr. Recently from Rick, from our last on the road episode, from when we met. I believe it was Eric Young or Tommy Rich, one of those two, but he had given me that, and I was like, all right, well, can definitely have Pillman sign that whenever I meet him again. But there's a couple other micro brawlers that I'd love to pick up. They have Bret Hart, Eddie Guerrero, Raven, Jim Ross, numerous others. I mean, I would definitely have to look into it, because I'm not really a big figure collector.
Yeah.
I'm more into like the autographs. I'm more into the signed magazines. I'm more into getting DVDs signed, which I only have 2 DVDs signed at the moment by Jerry Lawler and Ring of Honor's Matt Taven. But you know what? Since we're speaking about autographs here, I got a nice, fat, thick stack here for you. So, coming with the first autograph here, guy I just mentioned, Eric Young, who is currently the current Impact World Champion. Fucking awesome.
I noticed that one's personalized. Do you normally personalize yours?
I normally personalize them, just because, one, I don't ever look to sell them. When it comes to magazines, I never ask them to personalize. DVDs as well, I just be like, just sign it. But it's like I never look forward to selling them, because I just, these are something that I'm going to have, for as long as I want.
There's only one I have personalized, because I have never sold an autograph, and I probably never will. But I think I look at more of a collector's item, I just want the signature. But I couldn't pass it up. Snitsky, he put my name, and then it wasn't my fault. So that one I kind of had to do. It's the only time I refuse to ever get personalized, but that's the one I had to.
Yeah.
Oh, and Jim Cornette too. I do have his.
Shit.
Dairy Queen.
I've got the double Rumble DVD by him.
What?
Does he still sell those?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to pick one up now.
Yeah, and there's a section where you can literally tell him to write whatever you want. And my favorite Jim Cornette moment is the Dairy Queen massacre. So I had to have him write Dairy Queen. So.
Oh boy. I think I might do one of those things where I'll be like, to Danny, thank you, fuck you, bye, Jim Cornette.
They're only like $10.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to get one now.
I mean, that's what it was when I bought it.
I'll get it framed too. I don't care. I'll put it right here on my wall.
I did too.
Give a big fuck you to Vince Russo because he could kiss my white ass.
Yeah, fuck you.
But I don't want to go into depth about Vince Russo.
Yeah, let's not do that. We're not drunk enough.
No, I mean, there's only one reason why I despise Vince Russo, and probably everybody knows that reason why, because it involves my favorite wrestler of all time. But I'm not going to get into that. Next autograph I have here is from a good old buddy of mine. He put, "To my man Danny, Wildfire Tommy Rich, a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion." Cool as shit, and it was so funny too. This is probably going to be another story that me and Rick will always talk about. We were just sitting there in line, and we're like, "Damn, where the fuck is this guy?" Yada yada. So the guy who was promoting this event, he was like, "Oh, he's grabbing something to eat. He's grabbing a Philly cheesesteak and he's grabbing some beers." This dude literally walks in, he squats down, and he starts drinking a Coors Light. I'm like, this is the coolest motherfucker I've ever fucking met. I mean, I know it's not your favorite beer, but I guess it must be a WCW thing, because obviously we would see him on like the turnbuckle pads and everything, and obviously this guy's a former WCW alumni, so of course it must have been back then.
I actually almost got a Coors Light for the one Clash of Champions review, but the gas station I went to was out of them. Oh, I was gonna just break it out. Just down it.
You know what? I think for this Sunday, for my pick for Clash of Champions, I think I might get a Coors Light, and maybe I'll even put it in this nice flask here, my TNA Homecoming flask that I've only used one time on the channel. So
I remember that.
I just got all Clash of Champions. Every single one of them, from 1 to 35, off of Daily Motion, and he got them off the WWE Network, and I put them all on DVD from 1 to 35. So that is awesome.
It beats anything we have this show tonight. Fuck. But, is it a Blu-ray?
No, it's on the entire spindle. 1 to 35.
Okay.
Yep.
Not bad.
Shit.
No, that's cool. I just saw Tommy Rich and Lex Luger for the U.S. title from Clash of Champions 8. That was a fantastic match. Great match.
I'm definitely going to have to check that now. Sticking with the NWA WCW topic for this next autograph, probably one of my most prized autographs now, probably aside of Ric Flair and Roddy Piper, and that is the Enforcer, Arn Anderson. Not sure if you can see it, but it's kind of small. Pretty small.
He has a very interesting autograph.
But it is signed by him. Does have the certificate of authenticity in the back. But it was either that or get the Brain Busters with both him and Tully, which Tully is another one that I surprisingly haven't grabbed yet. Maybe it's probably because of a more personal level, because I'm a Magnum TA fan, so that's probably why. Other than that, if I could one day own an entire, like a big 8x10 with all members of the Horsemen signed, JJ, Barry, Lee, I'd love it.
I sent Rick a picture on eBay. I think it was a 1-of-1 autograph card with all 4 Horsemen. It was I think it was $2,000. If I had $2,000 to throw around, fuck yeah, I'd be getting that. That's worth it. I don't care.
Shit. You know what? There might be one on High Spots a lot cheaper than that. I don't know. Christmas is coming, so who knows? I might have one up for myself. All right, so the next set of autographs I have here, we're going down the line of the tag team division now. One of the first tag teams I have here, favorite tag team of the 90s, late 80s, 90s, until they split in '98, which was at Super Brawl. So if you guys know which tag team I'm talking about, you have the Steiner brothers.
Yep.
We have Rick and we have Scott. This was right before Scott knew any simple basic math, but fucking great in-ring competitor. A move that always used to scare the shit out of me is when he used to do the fucking the Franken screwdriver. Literally just gets him up in a suplex, tosses him up, boom. It looked like something out of Street Fighter. I was like, what the fuck? What is that? But I loved it. He did it more occasionally in Japan, but when you saw it on Nitro, you just had to sit there and think like, boy, how many necks did he break throughout the tenure of his career? But in the back, certificate of authenticity, just gotta show the proof, guys. Next tag team I have here, which give you a little hint, the collage that Rick put up today on the channel is actually half of this tag team. You guys probably already know what I'm talking about. Got Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson, Rock and Roll Express. This is beautiful. And fun story, I was actually supposed to meet these guys. They were supposed to be at the January show for Northeast Wrestling that I attended right when I started YouTube. And that was also around the time I made like a little poll, like, hey, which magazine should I get signed by Road Warrior Animal? And you guys picked the 1990 edition of WWF Magazine, because why the hell would I get the Raw 1998 edition of Raw Magazine when they literally just split and they were having their on-screen differences, as Hawk was already going through some troubles in his life. But yeah, I love this autograph. I can't say I'm the biggest Rock and Roll Express fan, because I'm more of a Midnight Express fan, which is definitely another autograph I would have to invest in with Stan Lane and Bobby Eaton. I mean, I don't really give a shit about Dennis Condrey, but any incarnation of the Midnight Express, specifically with Stan Lane, even if he looks like a mini Lex Luger, it's perfectly fine with me. Next one I have here, kind of a weird autograph, because I think she actually signed it as, her actual name. But Rick had given me this because he was like, I don't want this shit. You want it? And I was like, all right. Summer Rae. So I was like, all right, it looks good. Don't tell my girlfriend, but it looks good.
No, it does look good, but
Yeah.
I was just baffled. Like, why would you get rid of something like this? But I understand. I mean, Summer Rae wasn't the most popular diva, but back when she made the on-screen debut with Fandango around 2012, 2013, that was pretty over. And the fact that Jericho put Fandango over at WrestleMania 29,
that did a lot.
That definitely did a lot. Definitely did a lot now, as they finally won the NXT tag team titles. Like,
oh really?
Yep. They're finally tag champions. Like, whatever. Wow. But
I like Tyler Breeze, but
I would prefer Tyler Breeze. I mean, he's pretty much had a bigger match, sort of say, in his career, as he faced Jushin Liger at one of the takeover events. Probably one of my favorite matches. But going on to the last autograph, I already mentioned him in one of the tag team autos, and I did show this off probably like a couple weeks ago. But once again, this is just another recap. We have the master of the math equations, Big Pump Scott Steiner, with the WCW Big Gold Belt. Nice. Definitely something you wouldn't want to see in WWE, because I don't even want to get into this.
Well, we're doing 2003, pal, so I can't wait for Royal Rumble 2003.
Oh God. And you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. Like around that time at my age, I was so excited to see, Scott Steiner. Like, oh, Big Pump is your hookup. It's like he had some cool catchphrases, and it was like, all right, fucking cool. And I was familiar with his work in WCW and everything. So seeing him in WWE at that age, I was just like, oh, cool. But then once I saw the matches, I'm like, why the fuck is this guy wearing a thong? You know. I'll never understand it. It's like they literally go right into depth of like what kind of fucking shit he's wearing, and I'm like, that's all. I don't need to know that. I understand he's the big booty daddy. Doesn't mean you have to freaking show it on live television on what the fuck you're wearing underneath your tights. But yeah, and let's see, Mark Boy, anything else you want to cover, present to us?
Yeah. Well, I got this Lipa Nanipafo book that I got from somebody who used to work security at the local indie promotion here, the UCW, and he got
cool.
it signed. It said to Randy, happy birthday, and there's Nanipafo's autograph.
That's cool.
Right there. That is cool. I was amazed when he wanted to sell it to me. He sold me that in a bag of movies. He said, I'll throw this in. He threw it in for $5. I said, hey, I'll take it. Hey.
Wow.
I can listen to Lanny Poffo talk all day. I really can.
And I do have this big set of The Undertaker.
Is that the chocolate one?
Cool. No. This comes with the Tombstone, the Deadliest Matches, the Brothers of Destruction, and the Best of The Undertaker. And it's an Australian version.
Yeah. Because remember the chocolate? Remember the chocolate box?
Yeah. Remember that one. But this is a cool set. Comes with 8 DVDs.
That is neat.
Pretty cool. And
what's the package? Real quick, what's the packaging like on that one? I've never seen it unboxed.
Packaging? All right. You just open it, and DVDs are right inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's
just like that.
Put it back. I was expecting more, but I mean,
what the hell? That's Australia.
Yeah, and of course I got the Ronda Rousey one, obviously. It has a 3-hour documentary on Ronda Rousey. So yeah, I know. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I got to witness her debut match in person, and I got to witness her first women's title win in person. So I'm very privileged.
Oh boy. All right, so I'm gonna take things down to the floor now, as we're going to get a really in-depth look in my collection, something that I haven't done yet, whether it's on my channel or the Pro Wrestle Zone podcast, but I'm going to get a real look inside my collection here. So yeah, I have a lot, as you guys can see. Obviously, they go through the backs. Just, my madness of just collecting, WWE DVDs, shoot interviews, TNA, NWA, which I am so happy that season 2 of NWA Power is coming out, and I just got the pre-order, so I am definitely looking forward to that. But a lot of good stuff here. Dynamite Kid DVD. If you guys saw my unboxing for that, I actually got the autographed cover by the Dynamite Kid himself. A couple more of these shoot interviews. Something that I will forever keep sealed is this Hulk Hogan DVD, brand new sealed, PlayStation 2 compatible, and comes with the forcible entry free 2-song CD in the back.
Ooh.
So I always thought that was cool. And I actually got this on High Spots at the time when it was on sale. $5.
Jeez.
So I could not pass that up. Let me see. What else do I have here for you guys? I got some good Memphis DVDs. Very recommended British DVD. 2 Falls to a Finish. 60 years of British pro wrestling.
Damn.
For some reason, they have Hulk Hogan in this set because they were just like, why the fuck not?
I'm going to England, brother.
I'm dropping a leg drop on these teapots.
Tea time Terry.
Oh God. So let's see. Something that I did want to review here, DVD Freak. I know you're trying to finish these the collection of DVDs here for TNA when it comes to years. So I'm just going to show you some of the years or pay-per-views that I have so far. Let me just move all this out the way here and all these shoot interviews. All right, so they're still all sealed because I just keep them sealed. But first DVD I have here sealed is the Best of Christopher Daniels. Very good set. I wish they had their triple threat match from Unbreakable 2005. Definitely one of his best matches.
It's the only 5-star match in TNA history, according to Meltzer.
I have Hard Justice 2007, which I only paid $5, brand new. DVD Freak, still got to jump on that, my friend, because $5 brand new is definitely worth the deal.
Yeah, it is. I like to buy my TNA DVDs in lots on eBay. Like if I can get like 20 DVDs for like $40, you know, I've gotten good deals like that before.
Let me see. Pull this to the side. Got the Best of Raven. This is a pretty hard to come by set. Brand new at least. I got this for $14. About like a month or two back. So Final Resolution 2006. This was the pay-per-view debut of Sting when he teamed up with Christian Cage to take on Jeff Jarrett and Monty Brown. Have Second to None, World's Toughest Tag Teams. Okay set, but there's beer money. The Kurt Angle Champion 2-disc set. I definitely highly recommend this set as well. Basically just TNA's documentary or version of, running down Kurt Angle's career and how he got started. Very rare DVD that M&J's was selling for $30, but I ended up getting for $15. Haha, cocksucker. Victory Road 2007. Slammiversary 2006, still brand new sealed. Bound for Glory 2006, still brand new sealed. And I believe this was Kurt Angle's pay-per-view debut, but he was an enforcer for this match. So pretty cool there. Before I get to the other line of TNA DVDs, I want to show something cool. So first of all, 3 Royal Rumble, which will be the first DVD we start when we review 2003. Yeah. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
Something that I actually got brand new. This was actually, I'm not sure if this was like a Kmart exclusive, but I got this Tag Classics of Unforgiven 2002 and 2003. Obviously, I unboxed it because I want to do the complete 2003 rundown soon. And I think I only paid $30. These usually go for a lot more. But, I mean, if you were to have gotten these a couple years back, I think they would only go for like $15. So you figure like $7 at an event. And here we go with the rest of the TNA DVDs that are still sealed. I don't know why I haven't opened them yet. But I guess I just see a lot of value into these DVDs. Sting, Return of an Icon. The better documentary, I would say, rather than the what's that shitty Sting DVD that
Into the Light.
Moment of Truth.
Into the Light.
This is Moment of Truth, and then Into the Light was garbage.
Have America's Most Wanted. I believe this is the re-release because the original had a 2-disc. So
yes, which I got. Yes.
which I'm pretty mad about because I was like, oh, they got the Best of America's Most Wanted, one of my favorite TNA tag teams. And then it's like, you ripped me off by giving me the single disc. That's fine. A more recent event, we have Slammiversary from 2009, which DVD Freak, I'm not sure if you're interested, but TNA, or Impact, I should say, is actually doing a deal right now where they have 3 Slammiversary pay-per-views on sale, and then they actually throw in Slammiversary, or no, not Slammiversary, Bound for Glories. They have 3 Bound for Glories. I think it's like 3 for the price of 1. And then they throw in Bound for Glory 2009 for free.
Okay. I don't have 9. I have most of the other ones, though, unfortunately.
It's the one with Sting on the cover, so I'm
yeah,
not sure what year.
Well, that's 8 or 9. 8 was in Chicago, and
Yeah.
then 9
8
was
the one.
That's what?
8 was the one with the Sting on the cover.
Yeah.
Glory 8.
And 9 also had him on the cover.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do I go in depth here? I think it was the one. It's not the one with him and the bat. It's like the other one. He has like a purple trench.
Yeah,
so.
And it's kind of like a silver background. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Hard Justice 2005 with Tito Ortiz here on the cover.
Blech.
Brand new season.
I fucking hate Tito Ortiz. God damn it.
Lockdown 2007, which I think this found a little bit of uniqueness in TNA's time, especially when it came to like the Lockdown pay-per-views, because like every single match was inside a cage. So I didn't think that was too bad. Destination X 2007. And then we got Sacrifice, which actually is rare.
Yeah, one of the more. I'd say it's probably the second most rare. I'd say Unbreakable 05 is probably the rarest.
But I actually got this. I actually did get this on Impact Shop, brand new sealed. So pretty happy with that.
That one's got to be worth some.
You know what you said? Oh, you know what? I actually do have that pay-per-view as well. But continuing on, Destination X 2005.
It's another expensive one.
Final Resolution 2007. A TNA event that actually just happened in February before this whole coronavirus hit. Hard to Kill. This saw Tessa Blanchard win the Impact World Heavyweight Championship from Sami Callihan. So
that's the first one you've shown that I don't have.
We have Slammiversary from 2018. I don't have the first volume of this, but I have, or actually, oh yeah, this is volume 2 of the Asylum years of TNA. Also sealed, that I got from the TNA Mystery Tote Bag special, where they throw in like 4 DVDs or 2 DVDs with like a T-shirt and other miscellaneous stuff. We have One Night Only Live from January 2017. I didn't really like these events, how they were just all called One Night Only, when literally it was like one night only every damn month. We have the final 3 here. Genesis 2005, sealed with Jeff Hardy on the cover, and this was Christian Cage's debut for the company. Bound for Glory 2000 and what year was this? What year are you?
Let me see it.
I think this is 2019.
Oh yeah, I've never even seen that one. So yeah, probably.
So yeah, and this had Brian Cage versus Sami Callihan. Yeah, this definitely has. Oh yeah, right here, 2019. Whoops. Okay. And then for the grand finale, Unbreakable 2005.
That's like the holy grail right there.
Yep.
So,
Sealed.
very happy to have this. I also got this off of TNA shop when they did the I think it was like buy 4 TNA DVDs, get one free. So I ended up getting it.
I paid a penny for that one. Holy shit.
Definitely one of my favorites. I think I only paid $20 for that. So
yeah, it's not bad.
I got a couple more TNA DVDs coming. Let me face the camera towards me now. So yep, got a couple more TNA DVDs. You know what? And I think that's something we're gonna have to do on the channel here one day is do a collector's corner of just all TNA stuff, TNA related. So I'm not sure if you guys are down for that one day.
I don't have them here. They're at my mom's house still. But I'm planning on getting another shelf to put like right beside me here, so I might bring them over because I'm like halfway done with the collection. I have probably half the TNA DVDs, and I had to stop because it was just getting. I had to move out, so I had to save money for that. If I didn't move out last year, I would have finished the collection for sure. But I'm not in a huge hurry. They don't really raise up in value too much over time.
Right.
For what I've seen, at least.
All right. So, I guess we can wrap things up here with this episode of Collector's Corner. Mark Boy, once again, man, it's always great having you a part of these Collector's Corners episode as you're one of the big collectors here in the YWC.
Thank you.
Whoa, hold on a minute. What's with the Owen Hart DVD there? What's going on?
Oh, it's just for aesthetic purposes.
Oh, man, you're what a tease. God, it's like more indication now of like what I have to think. Like, oh, what this autograph that DVD Freak has purchased. God damn it. Fuck. All right. That was my little rant. But anyway, Mark Boy, where can we find you social media wise?
MarkBoy316 on YouTube, Mark Sonia on Twitter, and MarkBoy316 on Instagram.
All right. DVD Freak.
The DVD Freak on YouTube, as always. And Wrestling DVD Room on Facebook. Go ahead and join. Share your collection, your purchases, all that nonsensical bullshit that we all post about. And Instagram and Twitter I don't use too often, so there's no really point in plugging them, whatever. And I'll be announcing my new channel later this week. I've already filmed a few videos for that.
Nice.
Okay. And as always, guys, you can find me on Facebook at Danny Bryant. You can also find me on the Wrestling DVD Room as I post there here and now and then. Instagram at D_Banshee187. And then, of course, you can find me on YouTube at DanTheBeast94 and also on Twitter. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, especially if you're going to be watching my videos and you're not subscribed. What are you doing? Hit that button. So, until next time, guys, this has been another episode of Pro Wrestle Zone Collector's Corner. Guys, have a good night.